Why should you invest in good copy? Good copywriting. Good copywriting. Why you should invest in good copywriting. I'm relegated to the garage right now because my family, they don't respect my boundaries. They don't care about what I have to do. And they make a lot of noise. So this is where I can get the most peace right now is in the garage. One day I'll have one day I'll have my own wing office where I can operate out of. But for now, it's what I got to roll with. Why invest in good copywriting? Why? Why should you invest time, energy, money, resources resources like manpower, you know, having your people on the job? Why should you invest in good copy? We yesterday we talked about copy. Copywriting is what? Copywriting is copywriting is sales in print. It's persuasive text. It's strategically placed words, intentional, tactical, strategic placement of words, right? And it's something that I was first introduced to when I stepped into the entrepreneur world. Um, Copywriting. I didn't even realize that that was a thing, and that you get paid for that. And my natural proclivity for putting together words, and then my natural proclivity for being observant of what else works, led me to having um, being able to have a sustainable income from freelance copywriting, right? And so I learned about the investment that companies are willing to make because the right words placed strategically, the right words will generate sales. It'll generate brand awareness, which at the end of the day will result into sales. That's what the whole goal of copywriting is all about. That's why the leading edge companies, they have they hire actual copywriters. That's what their dedicated job is to do, is to study the art of copywriting, study the art of strategically placed words. And it's all about, when anything in marketing is all about testing, testing, split testing, trying things out, seeing what works, cutting away what doesn't work, doubling down on what does work, uh, things of that nature. Let me see. There's a. Let me find this verse. Right words. Verse in the Bible. There's a verse in the Bible that says something about right words. Words satisfy the soul as food satisfies the stomach. The right words on a person's lips bring satisfaction. It's Proverbs 18-20. Wise speech is rarer and more valuable than gold and rubies. So, right words. So, even the Bible talks about how important words are. Uh, I'm going to play this clip. Um, I'm going to play this clip real quick just to give credence and credibility to what I do as far as copywriting. A couple of testimonials that I have. Let me see. And of course, I wouldn't be able to find it while I'm live.
Hey, what?
Let me play this.
What's up? My name's McCann Davis. I'm a music producer. I go by the name of The Order Beats. I'm just doing this video to shout out my boy At for his support
Ant.
in formulating a marketing strategy and a marketing plan for me to make profit from my beat selling business on BeatStars. He gave me the guidance and support and a marketing strategy and built me a good cold email for me to market and find potential customers. I just want to shout him out, and I highly recommend you check out his gig if you want to build some profit from your business. And
Okay. Appreciate that, partner. Let me play another one.
Hey, fellow business owners. My name is Jesse. I own a tech company based on the West Coast in the state of Washington. Now, before I get any further, I want to apologize. This video is being filmed in my car, but some of you business owners know that working 16 hours a day doesn't give you much free time. Anywho, I have a shout out for a freelancer we recently hired, Freelance Ant. Now, Freelance Ant was great. He delivered our copy on time, if not early. Really liked his writing, and truly it connected with our own audience. So, if you're thinking about hiring Freelance Ant, I encourage you, move forward. We appreciated his work and we'll be hiring him again. Thank you, Freelance Ant.
Thank you.
I highly recommend my boy At.
Thank you. Okay. So I wanted to show that there's just kind of give my credibility of copywriting. All right, so let's go back to why you should invest in good copywriting. So we talked about what the investment will pay off. It will pay off dividends for your brand awareness, for your, telling your story, building your community, to ultimately drive sales, right? That's the bottom line. Why should you make that investment? Is because it's worthy. It's a worthy investment to make because it will contribute to all of this. Why you should make the investment is because it is a skill. It is an actual it's an actual specialty that, again, the biggest largest companies, their marketing departments, they have a dedicated copywriter. Unless as a CEO, like as far as a CEO, I'm still a small company. I still run small companies, so I'm more hands on than I would ultimately like to be. Ultimately my goal is to be hands off, to be just um, an overseer basically. But you start somewhere. So unless that is something that is your core competency, something that you actually like, enjoy doing, want to do, you should be freeing yourself from those types of tasks, from those types of responsibilities, um, as far as having a copywriter on hand. Um, and ideally, you want to have that person on staff because you want them to have that vested interest um, in keeping up with their skills and keeping up with producing quality copywriting. That's from your emails. This applies to emails, to ads, to scripts for videos. This is for posts. Okay, it's for anything that has text. Okay. Sometimes your marketing manager maybe maybe part of your copywriting or will oversee the copywriting. You may have an actual copywriter and maybe an actual copywriting team. But it's an investment that you need to make because it will ultimately drive that bottom line. It's going to continue to build your brand awareness because if you begin to establish a culture, you begin to establish an identity, brand awareness. Uh, Everybody has a way of getting across a message, and once you get across a message that resonates, you want to continue to keep that consistency. You want to be able to keep producing that level of consistency, that quality level of persuasive text. And so that's where your marketing department, your copywriting team, is a worthy investment to make. That's going to build upon the story and the community that builds your brand. It all ties in together: brand awareness, story, community. Brand awareness, story, community. The story galvanizes. The story is what gets out. It's what builds the brand awareness. It's what builds the community, and that's what's going to continue to drive revenue. That's when you have your that's when your customers increase their LTV, lifetime value. How much money you can extract out of them. How much money you can extract out of them over the course of however long you stay in business, however long you have products and services that you're introducing to the market. And you never want to um, feel like you have reached the a level. I talked earlier about leveling up. You never want to feel like um, you've reached a point where you can just be lax and be not as intentional with your copywriting. Okay, and that's why you want to make the investment in good copywriting. If you're starting off small, if you're starting off small, make the investment in books. copywriting, you want to make the investment in the education aspect of it. Then, if you're starting off small, if there's something that you want to do yourself, or if there's something that you need to learn on your own, I have my resources. I'll put my resources at the bottom of the screen or in the links. But you also have the let me see. Let me look. You also have the all stars of the copywriting world. You got Dan Kennedy. Hey, let me look up Dan Kennedy. So we got this book right here. Dan Kennedy, The Ultimate Sales Letter. This is a great, great, excellent book. Excellent book right here. And you can find it. I think it's in the public domain. It looks like it's in the public domain. I have it in my office. Dan Kennedy. So that's one. That's definitely somebody you want to. He's the man when it comes to copywriting. Let me see. Gary Halbert. Let me see. Gary Halbert. You got Gary Halbert copywriting. The boron letters. The boron letters. I read that before. I probably need to go back and read it again and touch up. There's so many principles that you can extract from Gary Halbert. So Gary Halbert. Let me write that down. So as far as your education, Gary Halbert. And Dan Kennedy are two. Just start with those guys. There's also he's still pretty current, but he's pretty big. It's Frank Kern. You also have, what's my guy's name? Let me see. I can't think of his name right now. Here's another one right here. There's another book. Here's another one. The Adweek Copywriting Handbook. I believe this is in the public domain. You can find these. This is how you invest in your. That's how you invest the time in your education. That's how I gained my education, through experience and through reading those stalwarts, those superstars in the copywriting space. All right. And then you want to make the investment. So you want to make the investment in your education. That's by reading books. I gave you these: Gary Halbert, Dan Kennedy, Frank Kern, and just diving into the world. And then you want to make the investment in the right people. So you want to, either hire a copywriter, you hire a freelancer. I am available myself for the right price. You can hire a consultant to just a consultant. You can hire seek the help of a teacher, and that goes back to your education. But get the right people on board. Make that investment. And that's really the main investment that you can make is your time and education, and the money. You're either going to spend time or you're going to spend money. You're going to spend time learning and going through trial and error, or you're going to spend money with freelancers, copywriters, consultants, teachers, education, and it's definitely a worthy investment to make, because ultimately that is that one aspect of that one aspect of marketing can be the difference between um, an average conversion rate to an exceptional conversion rate. You can do all the tricks that you want with your ads, with your visuals, with your targeting. You can do all the tricks of the trade that you want, but ultimately, the thing that's going to is it's like squeezing the last bit of juice out of an orange or out of a grapefruit. It's the difference between a 3% conversion rate and a 6% conversion rate, um, which can add to your bottom line exponentially. In all actuality, there's plenty of companies that would love to see just a half a percent increase in their conversion rates. And again, it's something that gets overlooked is the words that you're using, the type of copy that you're using. You can use all the tricks with visuals again, like I said, like with visuals, with your targeting, all types of tweaks and tests you can do with your ads, especially like Facebook ads, because they can get pretty technical and complex. But the one thing that I see so many business owners overlook is just the words that are on the screen, that are on paper, that are on display. Is the copywriting. Um, I don't think I did a proper introduction to myself. You can see here I'm Anthony B. Washington, copywriter, author, entrepreneur, polymath, um, and international melanated man of mystery. Like, share, subscribe. I teach business owners the. I'm taking it back to basics. It's about those who know teach, and so I really want to cater to beginners, novices, and veterans and experience alike, because everybody needs either an introduction or a refresher on just the basics. And I like to cover the basics. There's such a proliferation of a lot of fancy talk about funnels and all types of things, and I'm a funnel master myself also, and we'll tackle those subjects also. But I wanna start with the basics. I want to basically kind of like I'm going in order, like a class, like a curriculum, like an actual what do they call them? Like a syllabus or something, you know. So copywriting, and we're going to be talking about copy. I'm going to talk about one subject, main subject a week. And so copywriting. So yesterday I gave the introduction to what copywriting is, talked about it. Today, a little deeper dive as to why the investment in copywriting is a worthy investment as part of your marketing strategy. That's, over it. When you begin to forecast and budget for your marketing, when you begin to plan your marketing, you want to have a holistic approach. And so everybody concentrates on different aspects of marketing, but one aspect that often gets, again, overlooked and minimized is the actual words that you're using, is the actual sales copy, the actual scripts, the actual copywriting that goes into what you're presenting, what your ad is. So that's what I wanted to cover. And let me see. Let me play a. I'm gonna play a commercial. I'm gonna play a commercial. So I played my little commercial. All right, that's really Let me play my other commercials. Pardon me. Before you watch the video, if you enjoy the content, go to anthonybwashington.com/resources. Download my books, courses, and free guides. Also, while you're there, schedule a call with me to get any of your business questions solved. Peace and blessings. Pardon me. Before you watch the video, if you enjoy the content, go to anthonybwashington.com/resources. Download my books, courses, and free guides. Also, while you're there, schedule a call with me to get any of your business questions solved. Peace and blessings. All right, yeah. So, peace and blessings. Appreciate anybody who tuned in, tapped in with me. If you watch this video, I don't have anybody on live. Gary Vee said your greatest strength is your anonymity, right? So I'm putting in the reps right now, but I think I got good information that I got to give. I'm the best kept secret right now. So tap in with me while you can. Appreciate it. God bless. Peace and blessings. Grace and mercy. Shalom.